Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka Batbomb82, and today I'll be doing my 221st Mezco Toyz 112 Collective action figure review, this time being of the blank. Now take a look at the front, we can see some great vintage comic book artwork of the character. And if we turn the box around, more of that awesome comic book art. So with the box out of the way, let's go ahead and crack this figure open and let him breathe.
Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at the blank. And I have just got to say that I am so stoked that Mezco has been going pretty deep with the Dick Tracy line so far. We're already at 4 figures, and these have just come out this year. I think it's so dope, man. I'm such a huge Dick Tracy fan, and I've been waiting for an awesome Dick Tracy line for quite some time. And for me, it's even better that it's coming from my favorite action figure line, being the 112 Collective. So the blank here looks great, dude. I love the green gloves, which looks really awesome. I love like the matching striped tie underneath right there. It looks really good. And I said it before, Mezco has really stepped their game up when it comes to the tailoring of their suits. They've just been getting better and better. Like I love the stitching line coming down to the pockets here, even to the breast pocket like that. I kind of wish he had a little handkerchief, he had matching colors. I think that would have been kind of cool, but this just looks awesome, and I love the shoes here. Those look good as well. You got peg holes in the bottom of the feet. You got the gray socks right there on both sides. Looks really, really nice. This just looks really cool, man. I love what they've been doing here. We'll talk about the head sculpt soon. One thing I will note, the coat here is actually stitched closed, so it's really not meant to be removable. So that's a little bit of I kind of wish they would have just, you know, that old button system. You have like faux buttons on here, you can kind of see that, but I wish you kind of had the button system so you can maybe take the jacket off. So that's a little disappointing. So it is meant to be closed like that permanently, but if you really wanted to, you know, for you guys who want to, like, you know, customize your figures and things like that, you could probably just cut the stitching along inside there. But still, I think this looks really good. Moving on to the accessories, we're of course going to start with the Mezco circular base stand with that great comic book image of the blank and other little comic panels in the background featuring the blank. I think it's just so cool. These Dick Tracy stands have been incredible, man. And then of course we get the clear articulated arm. We of course do get a bunch of interchangeable hands, so you got different types of closed-fisted hands, gripping hands, kind of more open palm hands, trigger finger hands. You do get 2 different types of trigger finger hands. For the right side, one is going to be for more like the pistols that he gets, and then the other one's going to be more for like his larger shotgun that you're going to see here shortly. But we do get 2 little pistols. This is a tiny little one right here, I don't know, a little Glock or something like that, but it's really cool. It's very, very small. It does have a removable magazine, but it does come with an extra magazine, so that's really nice. We do get this really sweet revolver. I think that's so dope. The drum right here does actually spin, but that looks good too, man. I really dig that. We also do get blast effects that we've seen before, again, with previous Mezco releases. So if you have any of these, I mean, they're the exact same thing. You know what to expect. But I also love the fact that this comes with a little smoke effect that you can plug into the barrel. I think that's super dope too. I had fun taking pictures with that. That is a really cool effect. Really, really nice one right there. We also do get a knife, a little knifey. I think this is really cool. A little blade and a black handle like that. This actually does fold up, so if you want to collapse it and like put it somewhere and store it on him or something like that, I think that's really nice. It makes the handle a little thick, but it still looks really good. We also do get this little pack of dynamite here, a little bundle of dynamite with a little timer on it and things like that. I'm pretty sure we've seen this exact accessory before, maybe like another two times before this, but it still looks really good. The paint on that looks really nice. I love even the little clock thing kind of matches like the turquoise of his like gloves and tie and thing like this, so I think that's really cool. But then, in my opinion, the best accessory is going to be this shotgun, this little pump action shotgun that actually does like pump. I think that's super dope, man. I love the gun metal of like the barrel, and then the wood of the stock right here looks really good. And then the grip like that just looks so nice, man. This is a really cool, just really greatly detailed shotgun. I love this. He's definitely going to go on the shelf with this one. That is a really great piece. We also do get his hat, which I think it looks really good. As again, that like turquoise around the band, for the band around the hat like that, and he just pops on, and it stays on there pretty good. Push it down there, and it's not going to go anywhere, which is really, really good. Well, the last accessory is going to be his coat right here. We do get more like a little leather type of coat for him that you can swap on. The strap does have a bendy wear in it, so you can pose that around. And this is really nice, man. Again, it gives a little more of a gangster feel because all of them have to have like their own trench coats. So this is a really nice addition. So I went ahead and put on the trench coat so you guys can see how it looks. And he just looks like a sexy mofo with his leather trench coat on, man. I love this a lot. It looks really, really good on him. Again, just the all black with those little bits of like turquoise kind of peeking out, like the gloves, the band on the hat, the tie. Really, really good look. Now let's talk about those head sculpts, because these are really cool. You only get two. That's pretty much all you really need. The blank head sculpt, which is a faceless head sculpt, looks insane. I remember as a kid thinking that is just the creepiest thing in the world. Just a dude without a face. It looks really gnarly. But if you look close at it, you can actually see like the skin spots and like the pores kind of thing. So Mezco did a really good job when it comes to the paint of that. It just looks kind of gross, and I dig it, man. But you also see his more, revealed face of what he really looks like, and he's a gnarly looking dude. He just a face only a mother could love, I guess you could say. But that is just a great looking head sculpt as well. The hair looks great on both of these. I love it a lot. Even that fade of the hair kind of the back of the heads looks really awesome. But I think for like all of us, where's the Madonna head sculpt, man? The Madonna head sculpt is what we need with this. But not really, I just think I think that would have been kind of funny if they included a blonde female head with this. I don't know, that's just me, but I know that's more of the movie. It's not the comic. I get it. I'm just saying it would have been kind of cool, but it does kind of make me want to find a type of Madonna head to put on this. I think that would be pretty rad, but the head sculpts that we do get work very, very well. And I almost forgot to talk about the scarf here. He actually does come with a nice little white scarf. I believe this is the same one we saw with like Prune Face. And this is meant to go kind of a certain way. And I'll show you how it kind of like tucks into the shirt or the jacket here. And you can see how I wrapped it around the neck and like tucked it into the jacket there. And that's how it's supposed to go. It's pretty cool. You got to kind of manipulate it a little bit and maybe get some type of tool. Like I have my little lightsaber pointer that I've been using, which is actually a lightsaber chopstick. But again, you could just get it in there and tuck it in there. But that's how it's supposed to go. And that's how kind of like part of how he conceals his identity by covering like his neck or something like that. I don't know. But, comic book logic, man. But still, that's a really cool addition and it just works perfect for the character. Okay, so now let's talk about articulation here. So there is a ball peg at the base of the neck. That is how you're going to interchange the heads. The ball peg is down there. So I'm not sure why they did separate necks. I don't know if they really needed to, but I mean, that's the way it's done. So you just pop that on and the head moves around just like so, rolls around very nicely, does turn left and right, up about that far, down about that much. That's pretty decent. Since this is a closed jacket and there's a lot of material under here, the arms can go about that far. You can kind of go up and down about that much. You kind of just got to move the material out of the way. Rotation of the bicep, we got double jointed elbows, rotation at the wrist, as well as a hinge at the wrist. That works really well. We do get double ball pegs in the midsection here, so that rolls around, does turn left and right, pivot side to side, crunches back about that far. That's decent. Crunches forward, that's okay. The hips can kick forward that much, up and far. That's actually pretty decent. Back, not so much. Splits out about that far. That's pretty good. Rotation of the upper thigh. Double jointed knees. He can almost kick himself in his own butt. And then a ball peg at the ankles, rotate up and down, and a fairly decent ankle rocker. That's actually pretty good for Mezco. So overall, again, I'm just happy that we're getting more characters from the Dick Tracy line. I genuinely hope they keep going because there's just so many other characters that I want to see from this line get made, and I just want a really awesome Dick Tracy collection and a lineup of other characters. There's so many other bad guys. There's other good guys they can do. I mean, my God, I just want them to keep going. This blank is awesome. For me, he is definitely a must get.
So for a quick size comparison, here he is sitting next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool and Mafek's Batman figure. Also for comparison, here he is sitting next to a Mythic Legion Scapular and Mafek's Bane. And for some Mezco comparison, here he is standing next to the 112 Collective The Shadow and The Mask. And for some Tracy comparison, here he is sitting next to the rest of the gang so far, being Flat Top, Dick Tracy, and Prune Face. So there it is, guys, my review of the blank. Now, I'm sure like a lot of you, I was pretty obsessed with the Dick Tracy movie back in the day. That was just one of my things. I loved it so much. And the Playmates toy line was incredible. I love those action figures and that elusive blank figure that is so rare and hard to find. Man, I still wish I had that in my collection. So I am really stoked that we're getting it in the 112 Collective from Mezco. I mean, they just did an incredible job. The head sculpts are so well done. I love the colors. I love the trench coat, and I love his different weapons and accessories. Those are so awesome. I think the biggest issue with this figure is definitely going to be the articulation. It is hindered when it comes to the soft goods, so you're not going to have a whole ton of posing, but if you do manipulate the clothing and the soft goods, you can get some pretty decent poses out of it, especially two-handed poses with that shotgun, but that's going to be the biggest issue. Other than that, I am so happy. I am just hoping, crossing my fingers, that Mezco continues this line and gives us more characters from the Dick Tracy world. I want more mobsters, I want more good guys, and man, hopefully it would be really cool. 112 Collective vehicles in the Dick Tracy world. I would love that so much. But this piece is awesome, man. I really love it. I am excited to see what the future has from Mezco. And don't forget to be excellent to each other and stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.